on LAQR's side, we do see the exact same players. Pretty sure it's the same build as well. Sin's still on Daredevil, Mancow still on Firebrand, and just still on the Scourge. Zan, of course, going to be playing Hollow Smith, and Misha is still on Mirage. No changes there that I've seen. But now, introducing the challengers, Crystal Desert, over on this blue team. We are going to see Kran. He's going to be playing Firebrand. He'll be on Staff, Mace, Shield, Water Rune, Magi, Amulet, Honor, and Valor straight lines. Now, I think that's the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same build that Mancow is running. Next up, we do have Zomizom. He's going to be playing Druid. He'll be on Staff, Sword, Warhorn, Water Rune, and Medra Amulet. Nature Magic and Wilderness Survival trait lines. Standard utilities there. Synod is going to be playing Scourge. He is on Scepter, Torch, Staff, Glycerune, and Deadshot Amulet versus in Solar and trait lines. He's actually going to be running Desiccate. It's the first time I think I've seen this in the PvP game, or at least in the tournament. That's going to be a bit of an AoE damage there. Corrupt some boons, give him some might, and convert conditions as well. Or sorry, boons convert conditions. So that's interesting. We have not running Portal, not running that third stun break. Let's see how that works out for him. Next up, or final I should say actually, we have Frostball here. He's going to be playing Mirage. Frostball, as everyone should know, he's going to be on Sword, Torch, Staff, Nightmare Rune, as well as Carrion Amulet and Dueling Illusion trait lines. He's running pretty standard utilities as well. And we're just waiting for the 5th member of their team to jump in there. Not sure who that is.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, more.
Fans.
I guess boon conversion, especially versus like Zan.
Yeah, could be helpful.
And obviously, the Guardian as well is like even more the better. The more the merrier. Obviously, Torment and Confusion are pretty damn strong. They've always been strong conditions, but they're even more strong now because Confusion is obviously ridiculous because of Mirage, and then Torment is obviously ridiculous because of Scourge. So it's like, if you don't have a Firebrand nowadays, really, and you're going into a T-comp, you better be hoping that you're getting constant kills around the map and you've got some kind of presence everywhere because Firebrand is ridiculously strong.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we saw a single team not running it.
Not top end, not the high end, yeah. I mean, you just be pretty ballsy not to really run that. I don't know if we've seen many teams win an 80 since Path of Fire without having a Firebrand present. Or maybe the first one. I can't remember.
Yeah, possibly the first one. There might have been an Ellie or two around before people really got used to Firebrand. But we do see the 5th member, Vans, is going to be playing Spellbreaker for this Crystal Desert team. He's going to, of course, Dagger, Shield, Greatsword, Surging Rune, Demolish Amulet, as well as Defense and Discipline trait lines. Nothing crazy there. Pretty standard Spellbreaker build. And yeah.
I mean, the thing I like as well at the moment, and you know, I mean, I think this is fairly true. He's obviously got the cheeky legendary there, Shield. Awesome. But I want to see if want someone to have a focus in at the moment. Someone just get that focus because it's awesome and just show.
It is a pretty nice focus. Yeah,
Unfortunately,
not really. Unless someone was maybe playing Core Guardian, I don't think we're going to see it.
Yeah, Radiant Hammer, something like that. I don't know. Whatever you want, just bring it.
This Crystal Desert team is running a very similar team comp to Stricken Different, except that instead of having that Thief, they've traded out Thief for Frostbolt and Mirage. So we might see, I don't know. You know, we're going to have to see how the team fight of Kran and Synod matches up against Imda and Mancow. We're going to have to see how the side nodes go here for Vans, Frostball, and Zombie against Zan and Misha, as well as Sin +1ing there. Maybe Sin's going to try and rotate them. See how that goes. Frostball was doing an excellent job the last few matches that or tournaments we'd seen him play of rotating with the Thief on the enemy team. So, you know, where you might normally say, oh, you know, they're going to get out-rotated because they don't have Thief. Not necessarily true. Obviously, Mirage has a ton of movement speed.
Well, I mean, this blue team are the team that we've seen the most recently in the last 2 tournaments where Portal has just been...
The match starts soon.
To the max.
Well, I think they had 2 Mesmers, right, on an A, I'm pretty sure?
Yes. No, that was Steel Rage and
oh, you're right. Yeah, they were the only. I think they were the only team not running 2 Mesmers actually.
Yeah. Like, and again, all teams today could have stacked up 2
Hold on to your points.
I mean, there's no reason. These rules are still there. So if you don't know what's going on, this tournament is completely different. NA teams, everyone can play both regions if they want. players can basically, they can stack 3 of the same class on one team. They just have to be playing different elite specs.
Did you see
Core,
that? Red
Heart of
team
Thorns,
got a
and
capture
Path of Fire would be the only way they can stack 3
Just
classes.
like that,
No one is doing
blue
that
team
today.
takes a capture
NA
point.
did take advantage of that 2 Mesmer, but what's going over on the point 1?
Team's going to be opened up out of stealth. This red team very low, very pressured. Cran trying to do his best, staying on top of him. He's actually healing him quite well. And Sin's going to actually move off. He's going to try and get that decap over on Henge. Both side notes going to be picked up for each team. And Sin and Cran doing a pretty good job of just kiting out. No pressure on midpoint as of yet. And Sin did get the decap. Zombie was a bit late in his rotation there.
Yeah,
so that's going to be Sin playing back here. And they should pick up the kill on Sin now. No cooldowns for either him or Cran. Although Sin actually going very low. The condition's going to bring him almost into downstate, but they are going to be able to finish the kill on the Necro.
I like what Misha's doing out on the other side of the map. He just needs to be very careful about this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Sin is going to get back up. Look at the res. Easy. Easy money.
Unbelievable.
Easy
they
life.
left him to bleed out, and Zombie just comes in and says, no thanks. That's my res.
Yeah, but they've got the bigger kill now, I think, actually. I actually think that they...
2 kills, though.
Yeah. It is definitely better than 2 kills, but it does mean the blue team are left in the window a little bit. They have got sights, and they've actually got some good skirmishing classes. So they've got the Druids, they've got the Warrior, and they've got the Mesmer. Like, you know, all those guys can 1v1 pretty well. Like, even 1v2 for a little bit of time. Over the comp that comes out potentially from the red team, I would say individually skill-wise as well, they can 1v1 almost, and just not the same class-wise, but just that difference of the Holosmith, which is probably the only one we're going to see today. Sin being cheeky as anything, going over on the side. Vance has to disengage as well. I think Frostball, yep, Plottle is going to be coming out there. You probably see him heading over towards mid at some point in time. Is that Frostball's ball? It is. They're going for the damage now on Sin. Sin needs to get away. Frostball using that sword, always being pretty aggressive, whereas Misha is playing more defensive on Mesmer at the moment, although he is on the other... I guess he's still on this side of the map.
There goes the portal, though, from Frostball. He brought them all the way from mid. He's going to bring them back in as Zombie is downstate. They're going to go for the res there. Cran is on it. He is going to be able to get it. And now Zan is very low.
Yeah, they'll win this.
And Sin is in downstate.
Quality.
Great portal there for Frostball. Now, I'd love to see one of the red team, Misha. Yeah, as I say, Misha is going to start going over to his Henge. Zombie is going to chase him, though, to try and stop that decap. We're going to see
Zan's dead as well. He's trying to hold them for as long as possible, but the thing is they're at close point anyway. I mean, this is it. I mean, like, you saw Frostborn as well. They did this exactly the same when we saw NA. It was Frostborn, always up. I don't know if I can't remember if they were blue or red in each specific situation, but it was very similar. It was all about, you know, potentially thinking about that advance over to mid, but then thinking about defending as well, just in case that fifth man, goes down. And they played it very, very well. And now they've got complete control of the map with the 2 cap versus the 1, with a pretty stacked red team of mainly, I mean, everyone of the red team members have played in Pro League as far as I remember. I'm pretty sure Imda did at one point in time, not on the solidified team. Same goes for a few of the members over the blue team, not as many. But I think, I mean, they want to carry on their lead. They want to take a 3rd UGO in a row. They've taken the last 2, so really, and they are the #1 seed. Sin's team, along with Zan and Misha, Imda, and whatnot as well. And Mancow. They're not seeded 1 in this tournament. They have not been playing as much. Not been playing on NA either. And they are #2. And at the moment,
you see that? Red team got a capture point.
You can see it continuing. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job. I mean, this is the first game of the series.
Of course, yeah. It's still pretty close. Only about 80 point, actually, almost 100 point difference now. Red team had a bit of a comeback there. Zan was winning 1 versus 1 against Zombie. He was able to get Henge. Sin coming over towards the +1, but Matt allowed blue team to pick up mid, as red team had to commit 2 members over to Henge. And that's going to be, again, just double cap for blue team. They are
Sin!
And Sin on the other side of the map is going to go into downstate. And that's it. This is sort of where you see the difference between these 2 comps. I think just it really depends a lot on Sin. If Sin's able to, you know, have an effect in team fights, not to say,
but look, why are they resing Sin? Why are they even trying that? I wouldn't bother. They disengage from that. I mean, like, Zan on the other side versus the Druid now. I mean, This is a 2-cap solidly for this blue team right now as well. Misha tries to get the decap mid, but that's not going to happen, I don't think. Frostball's full HP with cooldowns ready to go. And they're having some issues. I mean, obviously blue team have had a lot more team practice probably recently as well. Maybe not getting ready specifically for this, but I mean, Synod has been instrumental. Obviously, the Scourge is instrumental, and that goes without saying. But Synod's positioning and just generally his focus and the support that's come out from anyone that's been with him has been top, and Kran's doing a fantastic job.
Something else to note about that too is normally Synod's playing with a different Firebrand. Normally you see Maxi Flash is with him, but Kran's picking up the mantle pretty well, I'd say. He's doing an alright job. Obviously, he did get caught out earlier and killed, but that was after Synod went down as well. So
yeah, of course.
Kran doing, I think, a pretty decent job. You see this sort of stalemate here, UV2.
Look at this Misha play over on mid. Wow. Frostball had control over that, and like Misha just played it well. Sin's gonna jump on Frostball.
Mirages.
Blood Frenzy.
He's actually going
distortion.
in.
No, he had cooldowns. He had distortion.
Ooh,
oh, nice
shatter
for
from Frostball, but it's gonna be countered by Sin.
It's all about Vance right now. Oh,
Vance
Frostball takes him. No, that was Frostball with auto attack damage. That was
Battle of downstates here. Ben should be able to secure the res on Frostball.
He should be cleaving out these guys more than anything, because Misha's low. Yeah, just cleave him down, finish it like that. Man. Okay, so
most epic fight of this match so far has been in downstate. Feels good.
It was very risky. It could have gone either way, but I think Frostball jumping in with the Shadow versus the Thief and the Mesmer there was ballsy. I think he knew it was going to go down, but it was just like, am I going to take 2 men with me? He brought Sin down under pressure, but it was just the auto attack of Vance coming back in.
In a fight between staying alive and cleaving, Warrior's obviously going to win that battle.
Obviously, it's better. It's a better matchup.
I mentioned it before, and obviously not to take anything away from Sin. Very, very good player. Certainly one of the best thieves, if not the best thief in EU or the game at the moment. But again, he doesn't have as much presence in team fights, and even these side skirmishes as I think he'd like to. Obviously, we see over on he's gonna go down in a 4 versus 2 on Quarry against Synod and Kran. Kran gonna be brought into downstate too. But Van's here now, maybe help him out. But you just see Thief is just it's so hard to stay in those team fights for very long. You want to get in and out as fast as you can, and blue team doesn't have that problem with any of their classes. They can stay on a point. 4 versus 2, and he's going to be brought down by those Scourge AoEs. And it's nothing, it has nothing to do with his level of
I think you're right, though, to a degree. I think what you're saying is he might just be a bit too aggressive at the moment. It might just be committing a little bit too much. But I think at this point of the game, maybe that's part of what he is thinking he needs to do, maybe as well. Because they're on a desperation point now. They need to get. They need to get
really
some
have
wins,
a lot of places he can decap. They're pretty much giving red team a node, right?
They're free cap. Blue team are free cap contesting the whole game. They're pretty like whether or not they're intentionally going for a decap or a cap. They're contesting just by having a presence there, by having a portal there. They're on the sides again. They've got just as Synod is respawning. Blue team have gone to sides because that's where they need to be, and then they can outnumber. Now they're just going for the win. They're just going for the boss kills.
They're going to go for the beasts. Yeah, Frostball starting up the the Svan here. And Chieftain probably going to be looked at by Synod now. Van's on this as well. Imda is here, so is Mancow. They might be able to steal it, but it's going to be really anyone's beast there. And actually, they do pick it up. It's going to be Svan here going for red team. Not that it really should matter. 1 node is enough to win this blue team game at the moment.
If they lose this series today, or any series game versus the red team of like you are, I think that is an example, and I don't mean boss kills, as an example, being a little bit too cocky will be the reason they lose today. That is the
blue
way
team
they
or
will lose. Blue team,
about Crystal Desert? Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly,
I'm not saying they've just gone for the block. They want to end the game quick, get on to the next game of the series. But that has been something which
just like that.
Well, there's really no way they could possibly throw.
No. Just today, during the day, in terms of any game or series, this team, I think, has the potential to get maybe a little bit ahead of themselves. They just need to keep their heads. That's what they've always had an issue with, as far as I can really. Although, have they been this solid as a team in recent months? We've only had 5 UGOs. It's like.
They're going to be coming off of a lot of momentum. They've won the monthly, they won the NA UGO. They do have a bit of, as I said before, roster change with Kran replacing Maxi. But, again, it's not I feel like of all the players that could be replaced, I feel like Firebrand is maybe the best role there because he doesn't have to worry about rotations as much. He just has to stay with Synod really and keep him alive. Not to say that it's necessarily the easiest thing ever. I mean, you do sort of spam some skills a bit, but
you can definitely play Firebrand badly. That's for sure.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say go that far, but yeah, I think it's one of the classes of these five. Maybe
when you're versus these guys and you go versus someone like Imdirt playing on Necro, if you don't have that resist and that stability and that Condi remove at the right time ready, they're gonna wreck you. It's gonna happen. Like you need to make sure you're having that.
This series is gonna be Temple, so there's gonna be a couple extra points to contest here, which maybe we'll see Sin coming in a bit stronger. Obviously, he's had very good games on this map before. So, maybe we'll see that stillness buff, that tranquility buff coming in handy for this red team.
I'm wondering whether or not it'll be both Firebrands going down for that or Druid. I mean...
Well, yeah, I say Sind might... sorry, a bit of a whisper. Sind actually going to be changing, looks like. Going to Core Thief with Sword Dagger. So he's going to be trying. I think he's going to be going for maybe that kill on Vans.
That's the one. That's the change. I actually feel like, and I've been seen a lot more SD Thieves recently. There's a lot more evade on it, obviously as well. But yeah, SD.
Oh, and Firebrand, of course. I don't know why I didn't mention that. It's very strong against Firebrand as well. Sword Dagger.
He can definitely 1v1 longer, and he can definitely be in team fights longer. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I think it does. Depend who he's against. I can't remember.
There was Funane who did it.
It was. Was it? It wasn't. Hypno, was it?
Oh, it might have been actually. I'm not sure. It worked for a bit, and then it didn't work afterwards. After he realized whoever he was fighting, after he realized that he was on Sword Dagger, he started playing differently, and he wasn't able to get the kill anymore. But it definitely could work. I mean, it could be enough to win them a game. It could be, who knows? I think it's a good change either way. Certainly something to try.
These are the things. Sizer Legacy. Yeah, who else thought of Sizer when they started playing this build? That's right. That's right. The man who played probably SD for the longest amount of time in Guild Wars 2 history and still probably does. It was Toka, was it? Was it? Oh, okay.
Might have been, yeah. Toka definitely played it.
Yeah. Wow. Fair play.
Either way, we'll have to see if it works. He is going to be running, as I said before, Core Thief, Strength Room, Marauder Amulet, Sword, Dagger, Short Bow, Deadly Arts, Trickery, and Acrobatics. He's using Withdraw, Signet of Agility, Shadow Step, Roll for Initiative, and Fast. It's nothing crazy there. Pretty much what you'd expect. But again, we'll just have to see, how that works out for him.
I think the last time I remember seeing this...
No really stealth, that means, unless, of course, Zan goes Bomb Kit. But I don't think that's going to happen.
He's still got Elixir, so I assume. So he's got
well, yeah, but I just mean, you can't...
No elongated stealth from that, or...
Won't be able to re-stealth either.
Yeah.
They do have the Druid on the other
very true. I mean, when we used to see SD back in the day, I'm pretty sure that was still the same time where we saw Shadow Refuge as well.
It would be amazing if we see Sin go Spellbreaker or Rev, since those are the two classes. I think he's multi-class. If Thief just isn't working out for him, pretty funny to see him.
We still haven't seen. We've seen some success with Rev.
I think Rev's pretty viable, honestly.
I think it's viable, but I just don't know if
I don't know.
It's the thing to use versus this guy, this team. Do you know what I mean? Like versus this comp team, I'm still not sure Rev. I'm not sure Rev is going to really do it.
I'm just waiting for these guys to ready up at the moment, guys. As you can see on the scoreboard, it is 1-0 in favor of Crystal Desert against LIQR. If Crystal Desert wins this game, they will be moving on to the Grand Finals, meaning they will have a one-game advantage in that best of 5 there, and LIQR would go down to the losers bracket to try and win that losers bracket final, making their way back up to the Grand Finals. But of course, they could still win this game as well as the third of this series and switch those two roles up. Have to see what happens.
Indeed, guys. Don't forget you can donate your $3. Do !UGO in the chats. and you'll be able to get up the UGO, the Maturino site. $3 code at the moment is BYKK. That rotates every 20 minutes or so. I think as long as we get to 50 codes, we might be able to get another. So we might be able to get another $50. But $50 is the base amount at the moment we get for free from the UGO, from the Maturino guys. So they've given over $1,000 free to this tournament. Just about $1,000 free as well. So make sure you get yourself involved and do all the things that you
Hold on to your points.
We are in game 2 of this finals, winner finals, which we need to hype up a little bit more. Prediction: who is winning this game? We'll keep on it.
I'm gonna say Crystal Desert's gonna win. I think they're playing very well. I think that they figured their game plan out very well. I think they're gonna take it. Yeah. So there you go.
I'm gonna say red.
Just like that.
Blue team
takes
I think
over.
Sin
Boys
changing to
there,
SD is gonna be maybe the game changer here.
It absolutely could be either way. We're going to see Zan going very low and into downstate now on mid. And the 2 versus 3 in his favor. He's going to get that res from him to Frostball portaling in now from far. He's going to actually be pretty low here. That might be a bit of a dangerous portal for him. And there's the portal answered as well from Misha. But good res on Zan there. I don't know if that caught him off surprise or not, but he actually got bursted down by Sin there in the beginning. Cran now taking some pressure. Sand also needs to be a bit careful. He portaled back towards Vans. That's going to be the double cap, both side nodes.
Just like that, blue team takes a
Cindy's
capture point.
challenging that far point versus Vans. He's having some success as well. It's just how long he stays, you know? Like, how long is he going to stay for? And if he gets the interrupt, like, Cindy's going to get wrecked. Like, I mean, that's just inevitable. And Vance is easily good enough to do that.
That's
but
a good burst.
it was indeed. Look on the sides as well. Sinid going down. We just saw Cran resing just because of looking at this. And then the +1 comes from Zan onto the thief. That's just a complete role reversal there.
It's going to be 2 kills right after Cran died as well, picked up across the map. Zombie coming in might try to get another cheeky res like he did last game on Vans. He actually might get it too. Sin is left. Sin's coming back though. Should be able to stop this. But he might be too late. Interrupt is good on Zombie, however.
They're having some big issues
so
right now.
close.
No. He doesn't want to stay there.
I don't think he's going to get it.
No.
It's a bit of an awkward position here for the camera, but no, that is going to be enough pressure to force Zombie off. Not going to be able to get that res. He got very close though. That would have been funny if he got it 2 games in a row. And that's going to be a bit of a reversal here for Red Team. Great job by Misha over at Alter to get that decap and 1 versus 1 frostball over there. Vance finished. Frostball very low. Can't really do much at the moment.
They're actually backing out. Misha's going to leave the portal, and we are going to see Imda just hanging out there in a 1v3 right now. Look at this rotation coming out as well. Let's go back over to the other side. Grapefruit's coming over. They're using this 2v3 advantage here. They will push. No, they will defend. They can outnumber defensively actually here. Look, 2v1 over towards Temple. A good option potentially as well. Zan is kind of backing out over here. And they are going to leave Frostball versus Sin. So this is a great rotation here. They left the sustain over at Altar to keep it sustained in a 2v3, which meant that the three blue team members then had to think about their rotation, extending their point score, and still leaving them outnumbered elsewhere on the map. So they potentially could pick up a kill. The blue team didn't fall for it completely. They're pulled back out. And actually Zan is having the most issues at the moment. We'll be able to disengage though, get some heals. Obviously that blast from the 5th Photon Forge skill now really helps this heal and survival potential. I'm going to see
the first buff of the game. Stillness. Sind is the only one on it though. That might be a free stillness for him, and it is. It's going to be a double cap for them with only 1 node on the map.
And
so,
that's... Yeah, but Vance goes, instead of going for contestation on stillness, he goes for Temple, which might actually be the better idea here. Although, Sind picks a great place to go. Although DP would have had actually the burst he probably needed to take out Cran here, although it seems to not matter. Frostball's
interrupt on Sword Dagger is very strong, gets Firebrand, and you can see it there. Obviously they were 3 versus 2, but he's going to be able to take Cran out. Like you said before, Van's going over to Temple I think probably wasn't a bad decision at all. Stops that stillness buff from really taking effect for a little bit until they
still get the kill
now.
though, yeah. That's the thing, it's like... You got some options there.
they picked up mid, I would have said absolutely worth it. But
Yeah, no, but they had it exactly. I mean, they got the kill there over on the altar. Now blue team obviously have to respawn, go back to mid. Vance is going to go over towards altar 1v1 here. Oh, that's going to keep Grapefruit over. I mean, maybe they're planning something for him. But blue team now probably out of anything, they want to try and keep the mid fight alive. Cindy's stretching it back out over towards Temple. They come back with a singular cap. Oh, just about. Just about. There's Frostballs here as well. Sin's going to be able to get away.
Just going to drop the portal and go back towards mid. I don't know. I mean, I think they should have tried to get a kill on mid. I think Frostball maybe should have stayed. But, you know, he could portal.
I would agree with that. I mean, I think the portal is a setup for something, obviously, at the moment. Vance is over far.
He's going to take him out. They're going to regroup, maybe. Zombie going over towards... Oh, maybe they're just going to... No.
They're regrouping for altar. Druid on the altar there as well. Frostball's still hanging out stealth-wise over towards mid. And now Red Team only just really disengaging and starting to move.
Did you see that?
I think... Although it doesn't really matter because it's the same's happening for blue as well. They are only hanging around the midpoint.
Frostball bit of an interesting rotation there from blue team. I'm not really sure what they're trying.
They're playing it patient at the moment. They're not being overly aggressive. Frostball's still trying to engage mid. And they are going to go for the 4v4 here over on the other side of the map. But Misha is going to disengage and actually go for his own decab over on the temple. So they may switch things up here. But really, blue team needs to fully engage on this. Or maybe just commit an extra member to get the kill down onto Zan. Because at the moment, they're caught in the wind. They're really caught in between a rock and a hard place here. They get the decap mid, but that don't matter because at the moment, Temple has been decapped as well.
We're going to see Zombie going down to the bottom buff. Sin's already there waiting for him, but obviously it's not going to be a free buff for him this time.
They're just going to be floating about.
Is going to be coming up in just a couple seconds. Mid going to be capped for blue. But if Zombie can't, you know, kill Sin, you know, he's not going to be able to get this buff. It's going to be a 4 versus 4.
No, it's going to be stalemate now. Yeah, for a bit of time. And they're just literally going to be kiting each other. They might go in for a little bit of melee, but then they're going to just kite away and both heal up, and they'll be fine. Unless they get a +1 anytime soon, I don't think we're not going to see a kill here. We shouldn't do.
Unless we see another Zan rotation, I don't think anyone's really going to be +1ing Sin.
Yeah.
There isn't a thief on blue team.
Although,
Frostball could.
Where's Frost? Is Frostball thinking? No, he's on stillness. Yeah.
Stillness. Exactly. He's got to contest that.
I mean, look at these guys.
At the moment, it's red team's game, 100%.
Yeah. That's a good change. It means that he can 1v1 that buff down below. I mean, he still can anyway because he plays playing Thief. He just needs to kite, come back in, do a little bit of damage. The job isn't to kill, it's just to interrupt and stay alive. Oh, he's got more sustain from that build down there for sure if he gets into some trouble.
Good decap there by Vans over in Temple, but he's actually going to be pressured out by Misha, and he's going to go down the down state. Misha chasing him off the node instead of going for the cap. Frostball is there, but he's not going to be able to res, as the stomp is good for Misha. And now they're going to be 3 versus 2 on this node. Frostball and Cran.
They need to be...
On the buff, that is.
Yeah, I mean, at least Cran's there. It's not too bad. But Frostball actually goes for the decap. That's a good decision, but risky. I mean, the Firebrand is doing fine. I think he's pretty much got all his cooldowns at the moment. He's just in the second book. I mean, he's going to be fine. Oh! The knockdown! That's big, but it does send them down below. They get stillness, but they do have the 2 caps. No, they don't. Frostballs versus Zan. This is actually pretty damn good right now for Reds. And that knockdown was pretty good.
Absolutely, yeah.
Stillness.
Misha portaling out of mid. Not going to try and decap it.
Frostball's doing ridiculously well over on auto, dude. I mean, he's about to get a kill onto Zan when 1v2, so it's not going to happen now, obviously, because Grapefruit's there, so the support's coming through. But he did ridiculous work over on that side of the map. They need a trank here. They need to push for this because the game's lost otherwise, as it is.
They definitely need the strength. They can hold the nodes. I think the side nodes pretty well if they can get it. But yeah, at the moment they are very far behind, about 200 points difference. That double stillness cap coming in handy for this red team a lot.
They do lose Misha though. Losing Misha is a big issue right now. That means they can +1 down bottom, but they are still 2v2 here on this side of the map. With Misha respawning now, and obviously he is respawning on that far node. That is going to be the cap. I did not catch that. I didn't. What the hell happened down there that Sin wasn't able to get that? Wow. How did you see that, right?
I didn't know. I wasn't looking.
Did he get entangled? What?
Must have been, yeah. His Elise. No, I don't know.
Okay. I was not expecting that to happen. That is.
Either way, that's going to be the turnaround there. Maybe Stillness coming up as well. If Blue Team can grab this, they should be able to get some points back.
I don't think.
But at the moment, Synod is going to get the res. Good res there from Cran. I don't know how Cran resed him solo against 3 players. Well, 2 cleaving, but that's going to be the decap for Temple.
If Synod can't climb barrels, he's going to be having more issues than that. It doesn't even matter. It feels like almost Synod maybe just let him get it.
Blue team grabbed the capture.
I mean, yeah, he might have, honestly. That's going to be, it doesn't really matter. Stillness is picked up for Blue Team, but with no nodes capped, it's not going to make a difference. Temple going to be picked up for Red Team, and yeah, it's just going to be...
I mean, they benefited out of it in the end. I mean, he must have just left it to cap elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm being told now that Sin left bottom to try and decap mid, just to make it back in time. But yeah, again, it didn't really matter. You know, Blue Team didn't really get enough momentum from that tranquility. They had 2 nodes for a little bit. They are getting 2 nodes now as well.
Stillness that's giving them the buffer. I actually don't think that decision was probably the best decision to go for there. Unfortunately, I think they actually had the game sorted because now the Druid's back. The Druid's back in the game, you know, and. It's whether or not the Druid's more valuable than the Thief at the moment, and it looks like that might be the case. I'm not saying that it's the Thief is the issue. I'm just saying in terms of having the Druid back up and sustain map to cap as well. The problem is they need this. They need a decap, and I think Blue, if they commit so much over towards this side of the map, are going to have issues elsewhere. But they still need to get this because otherwise they will lose the game because they are so far behind. And Frostball's not going to get the cap mid to contest, so that probably will be the game in all honesty, unless they can pull out this decap on far.
Is there another buff at 330?
330, 230.
230, right?
Yeah,
230. Yeah. I mean, if we make it that far, only 50 points needed for Red Team, and there's not much of a sign here that they're going to get this decap. Synod actually, he's going to go downstage. Cran left him alone.
Oh,
he went to Zombie instead of Synod. They should get the res though, the Druid and the Firebrand.
They need to push on.
They need to push on. They need to get this decap now.
I think there's a possibility, but it's going to be very tight. They may lose. No, actually, Imda's looking quite low. That burst is good. Oh, the shield does get a little bit of damage. He's going to go down. There is Frostball. And it's whether or not that can really help them because they needed to push, but Sin gets the decap on the other side of the map, and they need to start moving. The Druid needs to go to close and screw mid. Oh no, the Warrior's going, Vance is going. But look,
don't have this decap.
There's a little bit of confusion right there. And that confusion costs them the game, in my opinion. Like,
I mean, if they can get the decap, there's still a chance, but Imda's back up. He's going to be coming into this node in a second. They need to kill Mancow right now.
Why did they lose? There was a little bit of a communication problem. Well, they did a good rotation when Vance went over to close, but they do have one more chance. The next Tranquility comes up, but they're not, you know, they don't get the decap. It's done, you know, it's over and done with.
He's just going to be down there.
That's it.
He's going to stop it. That is going to be game. Very close game, though. I mean, if they had gotten this decap at the end, I think they could have definitely held it. But unfortunately, we're a bit slow. But still, very close game. Towards the end, I think Blue Team just had some trouble in the start. They almost got a lifesaver there when Sin left to try and decap mid on Tranquility. But either way, we are going to go to a 3rd game in this series, which is nice. Right. Best of 3. Obviously, neither team is out yet. It's going to be 1-1 tied up for each team. So we'll see.
It sounded like there was a small car racing in your mic just then. That was interesting. Never heard that one before.
Yeah. Is there still an issue?
No, I can hear you. It's fine. It's just on the occasion there's an interesting noise from time to time.
Oh yeah, I'm casting live from a racetrack.
Yeah. It's just going. It's like flipping hardcore, man. It's double. Okay, guys. So this is still the winners' final. It's not grand final, but the loser from this goes into the lower bracket. They will have to fight a best of 3. Winners will then go to the grand final where they have 1 game in hand. They will also go 1 game up in the series. Double elimination normally means lower bracket team will have to come back up and win 2 series. They don't have to. This time is just in the UGO. It's always just about that 1 series with 1 game down for the lower bracket and obviously 1 game up for the grand final winners. So we are just waiting for this game to get ready. And we'll be able to roll on with things. See how much money we've got so far. I believe we've got $77.
It's not bad, guys, but it could be a lot better.
I mean, we had EU donations wise are kind of awful compared to NA. Like, even though the NA teams like losing to EU teams, I mean,
we don't have Shao the Conqueror on EU.
I don't know. We had some other. There were some other high donations in the past.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just Shao.
Yeah, he's been around for a couple of them, but not all of them. Obviously, pretty much our biggest donators to the tournament. Always appreciate it.
Absolutely. Of course, every donation is very welcome, guys, and appreciated. Even if it's just $1, even if it's just a free dollar code, every bit counts. Every bit goes straight to the players. So we do appreciate you guys donating that. There are still free dollar codes, as Jebro said. Code there is on the screen. You just click the link. There's a little bit of downtime right now. We're waiting for these guys to ready up, and there will be even more downtime in between this series and the next one. So it's not like you'll be missing too much if you just tab out and enter that code. It gives us a free dollar. And anything else you're able to donate as well is welcome. This is the last tournament of this year, guys. We are going to be back potentially in January 2018, but don't quote me on that. We haven't settled any dates yet. But this, as I said, this is the last tournament here for this year. So, I do just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched the tournaments we've been doing the last 6 months or so. Obviously, all the people who played and participated, and of course, all the admins, and of course, Jebro for running this whole thing. It's been fun. But we're doing this for the community, and we're doing it because we like PvP. So I hope you guys also enjoy the tournaments. We enjoy doing it. But yeah.
And thanks to Roy as well.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah.
Just coming in this season, really like getting in the commentators. I think he's bloody good. He's doing a fantastic job. It's definitely improved since
at least one person thinks so.
I think so. I think you're doing really good, man. Like, out of anyone, like, I mean, I've had experience. Commentating isn't just about knowing the game. It's about being able to do many, many different things. And it's just about, you know, killing time, killing dead air, being able to, you know, control when you talk and when you don't talk. And learning that kind of stuff is a very difficult thing to learn, especially in 2017. And Roy's nailing it right now. Very good. Impressed, man.
Am I legal in 2018? Well, I will be legal. I have been legal for 3 years now. So, I mean, I guess it depends on what you're talking about. Fair.
You know, it depends on drinking, which region of the world, other things. You know. Thank you for the host as well. Kiva Aldekai as well.
Oh, thank you.
Let's start soon.
And the match starts soon. We are ready to go for this third match here of this series. The winner of this series, this is a big game, is going to be going on to hold a game in hand for the grand finals, meaning they'll be up 1-0 for that best of 5. So whoever wins it is definitely an important game to win.
Hold on to your point.
Okay, so just a quick one as well. EU admins today will be Apocalypse, Erica, Jazzman, and Oron. Thank you so much for your help. Oron's obviously been head admin on the EU side of things, as well as playing in these tournaments on NA. So thank you again to any admin that has been involved this season. We are looking for more for next season as well. We want to get these tournaments done a little bit quicker, but game is thick and fast in this best of 3 in the winners final to see who will go down to the lower brackets to fight their way back up and who will go to the grand finals. What's happening, Roy? What's going down?
Waterfall going to be quickly picked up by Zami. He's going to make his way over to mid now, make this 3 versus 2 or 3 versus 3. Other side of the map at Quarry, Sind actually going to be forced away. He is still on Sword Dagger in this 2 versus 2 with Vans, Misha, and Frostball. And he's actually getting chased down. They want the kill. Might be able to get him. He's going to steal back and pour it out. Good port there by him. But he's very low. 1 burst.
But the thing is, they can't engage.
Even lower. He's going to be brought down. Say Misha doing an excellent job. Vance is going to go with the res. But Sin's back here to bleed.
He needs to go for the damage on Sin. That's what Vance should have been doing. When Frostball went into downstate, he shouldn't have risked the res. He should have gone for Sin. Because he might have got the kill and he might have got the rally. The thing is, Sin he was so low on HP, he just jumped straight into a sand sword in the face.
Vans makes his way over to mid. Is going to be brought to downstate, but easy res there for Zombie, Kran, and Synod.
Prediction, quick, right?
Did you see that?
Quick predictions.
Oh, I'm gonna stick with my gut. I'm gonna go with Crystal Desert. They're gonna win this game.
I think
they're gonna go all the way, boys.
I think that you're right about this map. I do think you're right about this map. Our last one, I was like, yeah, SDC Thief, I like that. And also, you just need to give. Also, sometimes just that surprise that change is an issue. Cynic going down mid though. A quick res. It's only going to happen once. If Zan's on the case, there you go, he is. Oh, it doesn't get that elite off though. Sin it does dodge. Well, moves away quite considerably. Stab was there
But
as
he's
well.
still low. He's still the target for this team. Zan going to be turned on, though. He's going to be
Yeah.
pressured. That Elixir S is going to save him, but only for a couple
Red
seconds.
team got a
Sin is
counter
still
point.
the target, though. Sin's staying on top of him, and he's going to be brought into downstate. Again, though, the res power is good from Cran Advance, and they're going to be bringing him up.
Oh,
a
needs
lot
to
of low
signet.
players from this red team, though.
He didn't get Signet off, man. Oh my god, even that, the conditions were so reapplied. I mean,
Oh,
I didn't see Syndage use his heal. I mean, that was also a thing. I don't know if it was getting
Red
interrupted,
team got
but
a capture point.
that's going to be a very, very big fight for red team. They're going to turn this map
Oh,
around,
massive,
mid-cap,
yeah.
waterfall, decap. Frostball should be able to get it, and Zombie actually free capping Quarry as well,
Just like
as
that,
Vans is just
blue
contesting
team
these
takes
three
a
players
capture point.
in roads. That might be side nodes capped for blue team, which is going to put them in a pretty good position. Vans might not even go down either. Zombie does
No.
leave it to make sure Vans is healed up, so that's just going to be one node apiece. Cran going to be down in roads.
Better let this keep down.
Not sure that res is going to be good. No, Zombie going to be forced off the res. It's going to be Cran dead. Not really what he wants at the moment.
they get the full cap. No, okay. Sinjin does get onto the point in time. Might get a cheeky. I mean, they've got Vance and Zom over here on Druids, so they've got this sustained well and truly. Now Sin has a decision to make. He's going to go to far actually. We are going to see that Manko is a grapefruit. Is thinking about whether or not he go. Look at this from Fossball. Look at this right now. He forces the guard to go back to mid, negating any support that comes out. Now Frostball will just stay here. He can just stay here for a bit of time completely. That means they miss out on support on the sides, but is that massively important right now? Because they also they lose Frostball, so his pressure. So it's whether or not they can win this 2v2 on the sides. Let's have a look at what's going on. But look at the disengage as well.
But yeah, without that support, and Frostball is here now, and that's going to be the downstate for him to.
Yep.
Sin does come in, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get the res. That should be a kill for blue team. That should be the node as well.
That's a quality rotation. Good job from
Absolutely,
Frostball.
yeah.
Really good. I think they're actually look at mid at the moment. Amishi's planning something. We're not sure what. I mean, he might even just be moving Mancow over to mid. A really, really nice move there. They get Sin down as well, and that's a really solid movement over towards the quarry. Again, the rotations from this team are really, at the moment, they're outplaying them
Yeah.
in terms of
Misha
rotations.
was thinking about coming over, but as soon as Sin
Oh,
went
Zan
to the
goes
left,
down as
Zan,
well, though.
Good arcing slice there from Vance. He's going to be brought, bring him down. That's
Oh, I
gonna be
hate
flashing on the
that
mid.
so much. Sorry. Sorry.
It's
He's
a 3
just
versus 5 on the map at the moment,
that
though.
bloody
Sin's still on
range.
respawn.
No
Zan's still being bled out, and that's going to be Vans going for the gate. They might set up for, not right now, of course, but they're getting ready to go for Lord later in the game if they need it. Of course, they can with Frostball's portal. So, definitely a good position for blue team to be in now. Zan just going to be finished out, just started his respawn timer. He's still going to be off the map for 10 seconds. And it's going to be Frostball just having his day with Sind over on Waterfall.
Indeed. Double cap. We've been here before. The double cap on the sides from the Crystal Desert crew. Very much their staple. They love those side nodes with attacking on the midpoint as well on the map. It's whether or not they get caught out in those roads in between is really when the game starts to switch hands. I think again, I mean, they really do play their opponents on the sides. I mean, it's just like this presence they have and the issues that teams have against them. And even now, one of the top teams in the scene, or one of the best, or the best team in the scene, I would argue, although at the moment it's being a little bit disproven.
Waterfall actually decapped here, but on the other side of the map, mid. Joe Van should be able to get this decap mid, and Misha having some trouble over in roads.
You can never discount these guys. That's the problem, because they've got some of the best combat kings in the game playing on their team. I mean, just remembering Zan and Misha's comeback quality and patience that I can remember ever since casting this game back on rank 55 HP monks. You know, it's just like, never count these guys out. Cram goes down as well, and that's a big way to change the game.
Ooh, and Synod brought down right after him too. No
But look at
support
this.
from Fran.
Look at this, right? Over in mid, they're 2v1, blue team in favor. They could push Misha off, but Zan is coming back. I mean, it's not going to
Red
happen
team
really on
wins
mid.
the
but
capture
we'll-
On, on this note, you can kite around forever.
Exactly. And Misha's just a, like, kiting king. I mean, he's just quality. 1v2, he's got that. He's got
Nami
more
also,
often than not.
He doesn't want to engage too much onto this node. He wants to stay up on top.
Look at
Just because
Frostball.
he's worried about Sin decapping. There's the portal, though. He's going to bring Vance through as Van's almost dead. Sin wants this kill. He's going to stay around. Good distort there from Frostball is going to save his life. And Vance should be able to start getting healed up a bit more. Misha, sorry, not Misha, Imda and Zan coming in. They want the kill as well. That's Frostball moving away. That might see it Vance.
Yeah, but Vance is going to be okay for a little bit of time as long as Frostball stays with him or someone does. I mean, Vance can go back through the thing. Yeah, I mean, through the door, through the thing. That's the thing, people. I mean, look how well they cope with that. I mean, they lost a member. They lost Cram out of anyone. And they still kept in the map actually almost in favor of themselves. I mean, they got the decap back over there. I'm surprised that we didn't have someone in a little bit closer range. I mean, SD maybe.
Yeah, Zame coming back a bit too slow there. Unfortunately, he's going to get the decap. I don't know. He shouldn't have really stayed in mid too long, I don't think. I think stalemating the 2v2 here on mid is probably fine. They don't need to get the kill.
I mean, it's going to be about the sides again. I mean, and who's going to be able to back up mid anytime soon? Vance is still having issues. Again, can retreat through the map, through into the base, but they both have to. At least the regroup's good here. They can get that regroup done. They do have the door down. Now, this is an early door. That is they have won some games recently on Lord Rushes. Could be interesting to see whether or not they're going to go for that tactic here. I think they'll push it at 350, actually.
Yeah, I think so as well. I don't know why they wouldn't, to be honest. I mean, the game is still pretty close. It was, I think, more in their favor towards the beginning of the game, and now they're getting a little bit out-rotated. They're starting to pick the pace, I think, as well as Misha. And I definitely think that. I mean,
they'll be pushing this. This is why size, especially on this map, is just so good. Because they'll start to push that a lot more, even between, like, now and 350. You would expect them to keep mid contested. But even trying to keep some members over on the other side of the map. I mean, if you keep Zan out of potentially defending Lord, that's a lot of their big burst, instant, you know, CC damage out of the way. And now Grapefruit is here as well. If they can keep him here until they hit like 340, 320, that's their Guardian and Zan out of position, and they'll be playing their opponents so well. But if Synod goes down, that negates their Lord push anytime soon, and actually that means that the Guardian and the rest of the team members can move out. So they may not go for that in the same method, but
I think it depends what the state of the map is at 350. You know, I don't want to risk losing 2 nodes if they have it. I think if they're losing the map,
go down if he's not careful.
Yeah, Misha doing a good job. He does the support. Frostbow is able to just get back into the base though, pulling the Vans.
I love that pressure from Misha. That was awesome.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean,
they only need 50 points more now. For
but
Lord,
the thing is, they might just go for an anti. I haven't seen an anti-push for a long time. I haven't been able to say that phrase for a long time. That actually could be something that occurs here as we start to. I think they might hit 350. Not at the same time, but it'll be close. Especially if they get these kills.
Very hard. Uses his support to stay alive instead of getting away.
Get out. He needs to just get into base.
His resolve still.
Sin's gonna be support. Sin is the support right now. Oh no!
He's gonna be brought down right before his portal, and Synod is gonna have to retreat. He's not gonna be able to get out. It's gonna be another kill picked up for Red Team. And they're gonna start opening the gate, as you said.
Yeah, they're going Lord.
They might actually just push straight into Lord.
Well, Kran's dead.
You have to be careful here, though.
That's the best time to go. All of Blue Team need to be.
Synod might go down too.
They need to be at the boss right now.
Synod's gonna be running down too. Yeah, absolutely. This could be a free Lord for them. If Blue Team is not careful, but Blue Team actually might counter with their own mode.
Kran is back, so it's okay. But it's whether or not they go for the res. This is where decision making is important.
Coming in as well from Waterfall, and that's going to be Synod brought all the way dead. Kran now getting chased out. He just came off respawn, but he might be going right back into the base. He's at 50% health. He's getting chased out. He doesn't have any cooldowns. Mantra is in charge. He can't do a thing. Dodging as much as he can, but he's going to be killed now. Zan going to start up the Lord. This could be game number 2 right here. One for Red Team. No one to defend the Lord.
Why is Frostball going Lord right now? What are you doing? The Lord's down. Frostball should have gone for defensive Lord. That's it. That's game. They maced that up there. Oh dear.
Wow.
That was a
My
surprising.
prediction was just wrong all day.
That was a surprising attempt from Frostball to go Lord Rush when Cram's dead. I mean, they
Some
shouldn't be
interesting
sending.
rotations
Druid should have gone to Lord way earlier.
You know, they shouldn't have gone for the Resident Cinder. They should have just let him bleed out. They should have regrouped. Vans and Kran were both there. Kran should have just charged up his mantras, waited to respawn. They could defend the Lord. They should have gone for decaps too. I mean, they had 4 members at Lord, a red team, and they let them keep 2 caps. Zami and Frostball both could have easily just decapped, and even if they had gotten the Lord, they wouldn't have won the game. So that's interesting plays there. Either way, that's going to be LIQR winning the winners finals. They're going to be moving on to the grand finals with a game in hand. Good turnaround from them, losing the first game and winning the next 2. We will see the losers final now. I did get a report, an extremely close game in the losers bracket. We saw Strukenduken losing by 14 points.
What?
Off
Really?
timer, 488 to 474. Timer lost them the game, unfortunately.
Wow.
So Strukenduken is out of the tournament now in a very, very close losers bracket. And we're going to see the